Hi, I'm Robin J., the Queen of the Business Lunch, with key number 3 for the keys to networking success. Key number 3 is about the biggest mistake you can make at a networking event. And I mentioned this earlier. It is sitting with your friends. You're going there to meet people. And yes, we're all so much more comfortable when we're with our friends. That's why they're our friends, right? Uh, it's it's really important that you take advantage of these networking events. Otherwise, you end up spending 20, 30, 40, $50 to go to meet new people. And instead, you're hanging out with your wingman, your BFF, your friend, someone from your office, someone you already know through the whole event. When you go to an event alone, you are going to meet more people. Here's another little tip under that heading of not sitting with your friends. And believe me, I've done it too. There's just something very uneasy, awkward about walking into an event all alone. Oh, I'm going to have to talk to strangers now. That's terrible. So we don't want to do that. So we have a friend with us. But here's one of the tips. If you happen to be fortunate enough to go to an event where there's a speaker at the networking event, usually at a luncheon, sometimes there's a speaker at a breakfast, and if you ever look at the speaker, they're usually sitting alone at the table, wherever they're going to eat. They're usually sitting alone at the table while everybody else is talking with each other. And then after they speak, everyone in the room thinks they are so interesting. I have to say hi or buy their book or go and see them. Now, as a speaker, I've experienced this firsthand. I'm sitting there with no one to talk to, so I get up and I walk around and I work the room and I make sure I connect with as many people as I can before I take the platform. But a lot of speakers will just sit there, especially authors. They're, kind of type B personalities by nature, and they're at their desk all day, so they really are not familiar with how to work a room. So they're sitting there at the table, and afterwards, there's a line out the door of people who want to meet the speaker. Well, why not look for the speaker at the start of an event and go over, introduce yourself to them, ask them what they're going to talk about today, and make conversation with them. They will be so grateful to hear from you. Speaking of talking to strangers, one of the other comments that I hear a lot from people is at networking events, they want to join into a conversation. They're doing their best to get out there and meet people, and so they'll walk up to a group of people and they actually get shunned. Like in the olden days, they get shunned. They wait for an opening and might say, "So what are you guys doing? What are you talking about?" And it's very possible at a networking event, because we see other people that we know there, that you might be actually talking about something sensitive, personal, private. And here comes a stranger trying to butt into a group of 2 or 3, and people, they will be rude and kind of like just with body language or whatever, just shut you out. First of all, please don't ever do that to anyone. If you're at a networking event and you're having a private conversation with someone, and another person comes up and wants to join your conversation, it's okay to say to them, can you come back in a few minutes? We're in the middle of some business here. Or give them a smile and hey, be with you in just a second. Hang on. And they might wander away on their own, but to just ignore them or use your body language to turn them away from your group is not good. But here's the real secret. The real key to not ever having that happen to you. Don't try to interrupt or join a group. Go to the person who is standing alone, whether they're at the display of food, taking some hors d'oeuvres or appetizers, whether it's someone who is at the bar ordering a drink. All you have to do is find the person who is alone and go up to them. "Hi, I'm Robin J. Who are you? What are you doing? What do you do? Are you having fun? What do you think of the spread? How was your day today? How about, whatever sporting event was that weekend?" A typical conversation. And we're going to talk about casual conversation in key number 4. But for key number 3, networking events, not sitting with your friends. Don't try to interrupt at a group. Go to the person who is alone and they will love you. They will welcome you. Imagine if you're standing alone. If you are standing alone at a networking event and someone, your little drink, first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be finding someone to have a conversation with. But imagine that someone comes up to you and starts a conversation. You're going to welcome them. You're going to be very excited that someone has singled you out and wants to start a conversation with you. And I think that's just one of the very best ways to make the most of a networking event. So in key number four, coming up next, we're going to talk about something very special that will help you just fly right through these networking events.